guys, it's Sky Yashimin here, and today I'm going to be talking about Sky's lore, and just bear with me. So, the one I'm drawing right now is Sky before she had her heart, which I will get into in a few minutes. So, this is how it started. Sky was a kind, shy, and slightly traumatized child. Although she did have a bit of a temper, she was pretty much well behaved. So, how she got her heart? Well, she had this older sister, let's gonna call her Mara, because that's her name. And this older sister was totally normal and was totally not an evil leader of an evil organization. Sky lost her parents at a very young age, so her older sister had to take care of her growing up. And Mara would get any job to help sustain her sister, which eventually led to a certain organization being upheld. One day, Mara had to go to work on a sudden meeting, but she couldn't just leave her 14-year-old sister at home. So, she brought her along. Now, call it fate or just pure luck, but this decision saved multiple universes in the future. Mara took Sky to a building somewhere in the city, and Sky thought this was going to be boring. Nuh-uh. Suddenly, she was going down into sub-levels of the building that not even the public knew about. And that's where she encountered the realization that Mara was the CEO, aka boss, of an organization called the USO, which we'll get to the meaning later. But anyway, Mara was working on a project, which the meeting was actually about the project, and she had to go drop Sky off with the main scientist named Dr. Roydnir. Dr. Roydnir didn't have any interest in her at first, and he ignored her for quite some time. Now, note, Mara didn't tell Sky any details about this project, except that this project included an artificial heart that would grant abilities. Now, Sky, being the imaginative kid she is, she decided that she wanted to try and visualize this little heart. And what she didn't know is that Dr. Roydnir was tasked into designing and making this heart. So, while she was literally in his lab, did his job and made this really cool design. Now, of course, it was only just a little doodle of hers, but Dr. Roydnir saw the photo and decided maybe that could work. So he borrowed, quote unquote, the sketchbook and kinda stole the design. Now, Sky did find it later in his laboratory around like 2 years later. But anyway, Sky had no idea what was coming up next. Now, there is a few years time skip, 2 in fact, and Sky turned 16. Now, she had gotten accustomed to the USO and thought this company made weird gadgets and experimented on things, but nothing weird, right? Now, when everything collided is the day that Sky snuck into the restricted rooms where the meetings happened. She overheard Mara's plan and the organization's true name, the Universal Standatory Organization, which basically means they're trying to settle in other universes that weren't their own. And how they would do it, you ask? Well, remember that artificial heart we were talking about? This heart was designed to help you jump through universes. And that would mean that you would adapt to the universes too. I'll explain more on that later. But anyway, Sky found out they weren't going to do it peacefully. They were going to force their way in there, in different universes, and destroy ecosystems. She couldn't let that happen. So, she snuck into the room where the heart was being held. She didn't know how to use it, and she didn't know how to get this heart on her, or how to get it out of there. But she was going to try anything to save all those universes, because she was not like her sister. Again, I'll explain the details later, but anyway, all you need to know is that she was able to get the heart inside of her, and she teleported away. And that is the summary of Sky Yashimen's lore. Comment below if you want some more. Or if you want any more details about the Heart, or more details about Mara, or about Sky's in-betweens, But if you guys want more, then I can do more. I can do more drawings. Bye guys, love y'all.